This is Salisbury University's physical education class. Healthy mind, healthy bodies, healthy kids. I'm Coach German.
I'm Coach Reed.
I'm Coach Pat.
I'm Coach Clemens.
Coach Jones.
And today we will guide you through the perfect athletic class. What you will need today is athletic loose clothing, a basketball or any ball that bounces, a flat area of obstacles or breakable things. Free.
All right, class, Coach Reed here. I'm going to be leading us in our instant activity. We're going to play a game called This or That. The next slide is going to have a video that explains it to you and kind of gives you the progression of what we're going to do. Good afternoon, class. My name is Coach Reed, and today I'm going to be leading you through our instant activity. This is a game I like to call This or That. What's going to happen is you're going to be presented with two options on the screen. You're going to pick the one you prefer, and then the next slide is going to show you the exercise that corresponds with that, and you're going to perform that for 30 seconds. All right, are you ready to have some fun today? Let's get after it. So our first two options are winter and summer. Which season do you prefer? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to lock your answer in. All right, lock your answers in. And if you picked winter, you're going to hit some jumps. And if you picked summer, you're going to get some squats in. Are you ready? Good work. Good work. On the squat. Get low. Get low. Good work. 5, 4, 1. Great job, everyone. All right, for our next slide, we have fruits and veggies. Which one do you prefer to eat? Go ahead and lock your answers in. Oops, got a little ahead of ourselves there. All right, if you picked fruit, we're going to go ahead and pick the apples. And if you picked veggies, we're going to pull the carrots. If you chose some carrots, you got to pull alert and eat the carrots. Pull hard. Here you go. Good work. 5 seconds. Great work. Great work. All right, our next ones are cat versus dog. If you were to bring an animal home, which one would you want? A couple seconds to lock your answers in. All right, if you picked cats, we're going to hit some high knees. And if you pick dogs, we're going to hit butt kicks.
I say I'm too late.
Here we go.
Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. At least that's what people say. That's what people say.
I see you out there. 5 seconds.
Keep cruising, can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got these moves.
All right, our next one, we're going to go books or movies. Which one do you prefer? Give you a couple seconds to lock your answers in. Good work. Good work. All right, if you picked movies, you're going to hit some jumping jacks. And all of my book readers are going to hit jump.
Radio, as loud as they can go. Wanna dance until my feet can't feel the ground. Say goodbye to all my fears. One good song, they disappear. Nothing in the world can bring me down.
All right, now it's dessert time. Are you going to bring out the birthday cake, or are you more of the pie kind of person? Go ahead and pick your side. Lock in your answers. All right, if you picked cake, we're going to do some push-ups. And if you picked pie, we're going to hit sit-ups.
It's time for celebration. Finally figure
Good work, guys. You got it.
that our dreams have no limitations. That's what it's all about.
All right, now we're on the playground and we got sports. Are we going to play football and be the next Peyton Manning? Or are we going to play basketball and dunk it like LeBron James? Answer. All right, if you pick football, you're going to throw some touchdown passes. And all of my basketball players, we're going to get some shots up.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body, it drops. I can't take my eyes off of it. It's so fun.
All right, now it is time to eat, my favorite part of the day. Are we going to have breakfast or are we going to have dinner? Go ahead and lock your answers in. All right, if you picked breakfast, we are going to sizzle like some bacon. And if you picked dinner, we got to shake up that salad. Sizzle like bacon, get on here.
When I came home at lunchtime, I heard a fun noise. Went out to the backyard to find out if it was one of those white boys. With the neighbors, Cal Peter, in a flat skirt dressing.
Good job. All right, and if you were a superhero and you could be super fast or super strong, which one are you going to be? Go ahead and lock your answers in. All right, if you pick speed, we're going to hit some quick feet. And if you picked strength, we're going to hit some burpees. Here we go.
I don't care if
How fast you guys are. Good work.
because I'm happy.
Happy birthday.
Because I'm happy. If you feel like happiness is
Good work, everybody.
happy, if you feel like happiness is because I'm happy.
Good work. All right, now we're going to talk about the weather. Do you like it when it's raining and cloudy outside, or are you more of the sunshine and getting a nice tan? Go ahead and lock your answers in. All right, if you picked rain, you're going to hit me with some defensive slides. And if you pick sunshine, Well, you got to hit those broadcasts.
Motivation. My one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah, she is always in my corner, right there when I wanna. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretend? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, girls. I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right
Good
there.
work, everybody. Good work, good
Leader.
work. All right, for our final one, which one do you prefer to do in your free time? Play some video games on the Xbox, maybe the PS4, or are you more of the board games like Monopoly? Go ahead and lock your answers in. All right, if you picked video games, you're going to hit me with some twists. And if you picked board games, you're going to hit me with some leg raises. Good work, everybody. Phenomenal job. You all did so amazing today. Great work to every single one of you. Got some great exercises in, did a great job listening. Go ahead and return to the screen, and we're going to get ready for our next activity.
All right, fantastic job, guys. So today we're going to be learning how to dribble with our hands in general space while under control. We're going to learn how to identify the proper cues of dribbling, and we're going to learn the difference between self-space and general space. All of these align with the Maryland State Department of Education Standard S1G316, which says dribble with the hands and travels in general space at a slow to moderate jogging speed while having control of the ball and your body. For our health-related activity today, we're going to be working on flexibility. Flexibility is important for a variety of reasons. It helps avoid injury, makes us more agile, and it helps us have our body. We're going to go ahead and get into some yoga now. All right, so there's going to be two parts. For this first part, you have yoga exercises. I've given you 1.5 minutes to perform all three of them. So it means you got 30 seconds each. Go ahead and get a good stretch and get going. Once you get that pose down, really hold it for those 30 seconds. We should all be doing the bend and reach right now. Really reach for those toes. Good work. All right, we're going to switch over to the lunge. Make sure when we lunge, our knee does not come over our toe and that back leg. This is going to be very important for one of our next yoga poses. Good job, good job. All right, now we're going to go to our last one. It's the downward dog. Bend at the hips. There we go. Good job, good work. $15 seconds. Really point that rear in the air. Get a good stretch in your calves. Good work, everybody. All right, for the second part, these are a little more advanced. So we're going to go ahead and start with the warrior pose. It's the same as the lunge, but this time you're going to bring your arms up into the sky. Make sure we watch that knee. We don't want that to go over our leading foot. Perfect 90-degree angle right there. Extend that back leg all out. Really feel the stretch in our hamstrings and our calf. All right, for our next one, we're gonna do the warrior pose. This is gonna work on our balance. You can choose your dominant or non-dominant foot to be your base. Go ahead and reach up to the sky. I'm sorry, this is the tree pose. Hold it for 10 more seconds. All right, and our final pose is gonna be the pose. This is my favorite. It's gonna stretch out your lower back while getting those high glutes. You wanna reach to the outside of your feet and pull your knees to your chest. Good work. Once in that position, hold that there. You should be feeling it. You're in a tight ball. 5 seconds. Here we go. Good work, everybody. Return to the screen for the next part of this activity.
All right, class. So now we're going to get into activity 1 of the day, which is stationary dribbling, which is just another word for standing in place. So you make sure for this activity that you have your ball that can bounce. You're in an open space, and you are going to do 4 different rounds of dribbling the ball. Your first round is going to be both with the hands. The second round is going to be with your preferred hand. The third round will be with your non-preferred hand, so the other hand. And then the fourth round will be dribbling between both hands. Some important cues to remember for this activity is to use your finger pads when you're dribbling. So there's a picture on the right here that shows where your finger pads are. Those are not the tips of your hands. You're going to keep your knees bent like in this video over here and hands on top of the ball. Okay, so for activity 1, we're going to start with dribbling with both hands. You're going to have 1 minute. Remember to focus on the cues, use your finger pads, hands on the top of the ball, and keep your knees bent. Okay, here we go. Fifteen seconds left. Two, one, and stop. Good job, everybody. So now the next round is going to be dribbling with your preferred hand. So my preferred hand is my right hand. That's the hand that I write with. It could be your left hand if that's what you prefer. We're going to have a minute again, and we're going to dribble and begin. Keep it going, 25 seconds. And stop. Okay. So this next round, you're going to dribble with the other hand that you did not dribble with. So your non-preferred hand, which would be my left hand, as seen in the video. Ready and go. Twenty seconds. And stop. Okay, so for our last round of stationary dribbling activity, we're going to dribble the ball between both hands. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try to count and see how many times you can dribble the ball back and forth without losing control. Ready and go. Ten seconds left. And stop. Good work, everybody.
Okay, so for activity 2, this is called handle the ball. All right, so for this activity, we will be conducting 3 different types of dribbles. When using different types of dribbles in the sport of basketball, this is called handling the basketball or handles. All right, some of the best players in the NBA include Kyrie Irving, who's in the video, Chris Paul, who's in the second video, and then Steph Curry, who is in the third video. All right, so these dribbles, these 3 players use in their everyday game. All right, these are also 3 dribbles that, you know, if you're just having fun and dribbling the ball around, these are 3 that you can work on. All right, so on the next slide, we're gonna do what's called the crossover dribble. Okay, so at first, we're just gonna keep it going. Have one bounce in between both hands. All right, remember those finger pads, keep the knees bent, and our hands are going to be slightly on the sides of the ball, not completely on the top. Okay, so for this first minute, we're going to stay stationary. All right, go ahead and start. Remember, keep those knees bent. Keep looking at that video if you need some help. It's okay to keep your head up as well, even though I did not show a good job of that in the video. It's all good though. All right, we can go 30 more seconds of just standing still here. Keep that ball under control. All right. 15 more seconds. All right, for this last minute coming up, we're going to move around in some space, all right? So keep that dribble going, keep those finger pads going. All right, make sure those knees are still a little bit bent. So if you're comfortable, everybody start moving around. One bounce in between, try and keep doing that. Just keep one bounce in between both hands. Good job, everybody. Some of us are already looking like Kyrie Irving out here. Good job. Good job. Remember, we're dribbling like Steph Curry. We're not shooting like him just yet. All right, use those finger pads. About 20 seconds left. Good job. Good job. 10 more seconds. Keep moving. Under control. 2, 1, and stop. All right, so for this next one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with going one bounce in between our legs. It doesn't matter what you want to do. All right, but we're going to do the same thing. So knees, remember, our hands are still going to be on just the ball. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, we're standing still for now. We're not moving anywhere. Just get that dribble down. Those knees bent. Try to pick your head up a bit too. All right, one bounce in between. Good job, everybody. Good job. About 35 more seconds of this, and then we'll start moving. Keep that ball under control. Good job. Good job. 20 more seconds. Here we go. No one should be moving just yet. We got 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, start moving if you guys are comfortable with it. Move around in some space here. Try and keep that ball under control. If you got to take a few dribbles in between those legs, go ahead, it's fine. Try and switch the legs a bit. Remember to use those finger pads. 30 more seconds of this one. Good job, everybody. Good job. Looking like Chris Paul out here now. About 15 more seconds. Here we go. Finish strong. Keep that ball under control as much as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, for this last one, it's going to be a behind the back dribble. All right, so the same thing as we did in the past 2 videos. All right, knees are bent. We got the finger pads. Hands still going to be just on the side of the ball, not necessarily the top. All right, try and get one bounce in between hands, and when we're ready, we'll go ahead and start. All right, and go ahead and go. We're stationary here. All right. Try and count. See if you can count how many dribbles you can get in a row without losing control. Make sure those knees stay bent. Keep those finger pads going. 30 more seconds of standing still. Let's see if anybody can get 10 behind the back dribbles in a row here. Go about 15 more seconds. Here we go. Get ready to start moving if you're comfortable. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start moving around and keep that ball under control. Good work, guys. Good work. Good work, everybody. Make sure you're still using those finger pads. Good job. Good job, everybody. All right, we got 30 more seconds here. 30 more. Did anybody get more than 10 dribbles? 20 more seconds to finish the game. Here you go. Last 10 seconds. Keep the ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good job, everybody. Good work.
All right, so our third activity, we're going to be doing the figure eight progression. This drill requires a player to focus on handling the basketball with both hands in multiple directions around each legs. It also focuses on controlling the basketball at different heights and speed, which is a key ingredient for success. Your cues are going to be finger pads, bent knees, and hand on top of the ball. So for our first example, we'll have 2 minutes. You're going to just want to hold the ball, do no bouncing, and just practice bending your knees, opening your legs, and just sliding the ball through, passing it to each arm. You'll have 2 minutes. Ready? Go. So if you're having trouble, you want to open up your legs. Make sure you have a good space to pass the ball through. When you start to get comfortable with it, start bring your eyes up and just remembering the remote rotation. So if you're comfortable with that, you want to reverse it and go through the legs the opposite way. All right, so now for our second activity, we're going to have 2 minutes, and you're going to be focusing on using your finger pads, bent, knees bent, and hand on top of the ball. You can bounce it as many times as you want. Just get it through the legs, make sure your legs are open. And yeah, might take a couple of bounces, but you got it. Here we go. Ready, set, go. If it's feeling too easy, you can try taking your eye off the ball. If it's really easy, what you can do is start dribbling lower, make a big challenge. I'm just focused on the front right now. If you're comfortable going through the front, try going through the back. Number 8. body with it, you can do it. We have 2 minutes of these, about 2 more. Control by using the line. Two, one, stop.
All right, so to review our lesson, we're gonna have a couple questions pop up. The first question is, why is flexibility so important? Obviously, flexibility is important because it's a component of physical health that provides positive things for our body. It helps improve our mobility, our posture, our muscle coordination. It reduces your risk of injuries and muscle soreness, and overall, it just helps you get into better shape.
So the second question is, what are the cues with our hands while dribbling? And the answer is finger pads, knees bent, and hands on top of the ball.
So the third question is, what's the difference between personal and general space? Personal space is your space. General space is everyone's space.
And the last question for our review is, why is dribbling an important skill? It is important because the dribble allows for much faster advancement and thus more opportunities for scoring.
So for next class, you will need to bring your listening ears, athletic wear such as shorts, t-shirts, sweatshirts, leggings. You will need shoes, closed-toe shoes, a basketball, or any type of ball that dribbles. Get excited because we're learning pathways.